Welcome back. In this video we'll be talking about VPN gateway. So in this session we'll be creating a virtual network and we'll be also adding a VPN gateway. So let's go ahead and start. So for this specific lab I have created a different resource group. So coming to its VPN connection RG. So this is the resource group that I have created. To create that you can just click create and add the relevant resource group name here that you want and the relevant region. And whenever you are creating a resource inside this resource group, make sure that everything belongs to East US. So let me go back and let me click VPN connection. So these are the configuration that I have done before. So let me show you how this is done. So initially I have created a virtual network. So let's click create, and here let's search for virtual network. And click create. And make sure that you select the appropriate subscription, and coming to resource group, let's add the one that we have created, which is VPN connection RG, and the name, let's add it as VNet 1, okay, 2, and East US. It's good. Let's go to the security and don't select anything, just leave it default. And coming to the next one, you see the IPv4 address. So we'll change that. So in this case I'm using the docs, so I'll be following the docs address. So let me add that. So it is 10.1.0.0/16. Done. You have to add that. So you can see there is a new column that has been arrived, and make sure you add the subnet too. So let's click add, and here instead of default, let's add front end. So once this is done, make sure you add it. So you can see it has been added, and once it is done, just go ahead and review and create it. So the validation has been passed, and you can just create it. So this is how I have created my virtual network. So let's go back to VPN connection resource group, and this is the VNet that we have created. So if we click VNet 1, you can see address space. Sometimes there will be a default one as well, which you have deleted before. So make sure that it's only one. And coming to the subnets, so this is the subnet that we have created. Alright, it will be created whenever you are creating a virtual VPN gateway, so which will be seeing in a second. So let's go back, and now let's go ahead and create our VPN gateway. So let's search for virtual network. So you can see we have created a virtual network gateway. Let's click that, and you can see we can read here what it is. So virtual network gateway is a software VPN device from your Azure Virtual Network. Use this connection to set up your site-to-site VPN connection between the Azure Virtual Network and your local network. So we'll be creating this one as well, and you can see this is the definition of it. And in simple terms, if we talk about VPN gateway, so in Azure it's a virtual network gateway that enables secure and private connection between your on-premises network and your Azure virtual network using a VPN connection over the public internet. So this will go over the public internet, and we'll be getting a public IP, right? So let me go back. Oh, sorry. Let me create that. Add the relevant subscription and add the VPN gateway. And instead of East US, make sure that East US, like it's before it was East US 2. So coming to gateway types, there is two different options, which is VPN as well as ExpressRoute. So what is the difference between these two? So in a summary, if we talk about the difference between these two, VPN is more secure and cost-effective and simpler solution that uses the public internet, while ExpressRoute is more reliable and higher performing solution that uses dedicated private connection. So based on your organization requirement, you have to select the one. So if we dive deep into this, like what exactly these two are. So virtual private network creates an encrypted tunnel over public internet before between your on-premises network and your Azure Virtual Network, which we have talked before. So the connection is established through VPN Gateway, which acts as an endpoint for the VPN connection. So VPN is more cost effective and simpler solution that suitable for a small and medium sized business. On the other hand, if we talk about ExpressRoute, so it has dedicated and private connection between your on-premises network and the Azure Virtual Network, bypassing the public internet. So the connection is established through dedicated network providers such as telecom providers, and ExpressRoute is more reliable, consistent, and higher performing connection. So that is what the difference between these two. So in this case, we'll be using the basic one, which is VPN, and it will be going to the public internet. So coming to the next one, a VPN type. So you can see we have two different options here as well, which is route based and policy based. So coming to the policy based VPN, it uses static routing policies to determine which traffic should be encrypted and sent over the VPN tunnel. So the policies are based on source and destination IP address, protocol, and port number. So policy VPNs are easy to configure but can be inflexible when having limitations on number of policies that can be configured. On the other hand, if we talk about route-based VPN, it uses dynamic routing protocols such as BGP, which is Border Gateway Protocol, to determine the optimal path for the traffic between the on-premises network and the virtual network. So route-based VPNs are more flexible and scalable than policy-based VPN, as they can support a larger number of traffic patterns and can automatically adjust to the changes in the network topology. So that is the difference between these two. So in this case, we'll be using the route based. So coming to the SKU, in this we'll be selecting VPN GW2. So basically, if we talk about SKUs, so SKU is a unique identifier used by the Azure to specify the features and capabilities of particular product or the service, while VPN GW2 is a SKU for higher performance VPN gateway in Azure. So that is what it is, and I think it supports 30 Gbps of aggregated throughput. However, let's coming to the generation, it's generation 2, and select the appropriate virtual network. In this case, it is VNet 1 that we have created, and you can select the appropriate subnet. However, we are getting error since we have already selected that. So in this case, this is the IP that you have to add, which is gateway subnet. If you remember in the VNet, when we were going back, it showed there is a gateway subnet. So here we have to configure that. Whenever you configure here, you can see that in VNet. So we'll be seeing just in a minute. And coming to the public IP, select it as create new, and coming to the name like VNet public, and coming to enable active mode, make sure you disable it. So that's done. So this is the configurations that you have to do. So you have to only enable this active mode if you are creating an active to active gateway configuration. Otherwise, you can just leave it as disabled, and even configuring BGP as disabled. And once this is done, just review and create it. So once you review and create it, so this is what you will be seeing. So this is how it can be created. So this is the virtual network gateway public IP as well as the gateway. So this is how you have to create it. So coming to the resource visualizer, you can see this is how it is connected. It's connected to our VNet, and our gateway is connected here with an public IP. So if you go to the overview to gateway, you can see our public IP. So coming to here, so we have configured this one. So we have configured our VNet, and we have configured our VNet gateway. So I hope you guys understood the concept of today's video. In the next video, we'll try to add local connection. So that is, creating a local network gateway and creating a VPN connection. So we'll be doing that in the next video. So coming to this video, I hope you guys have understood the concept of VPN gateway. If you have liked the video, please click the like button below, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. Thanks everyone.